coming at you with a spooky edition of the Practice Peek as Virginia Tech is preparing to take on Syracuse this weekend. We got to take in a little bit of practice today, and coming out of the Georgia Tech game, the two biggest question marks for sure for this team was the availability status of running back Bashal Tutin as well as left tackle Xavier Chaplin. And Coach Pry maybe put some of these concerns to rest on Tuesday when at his press conference. He listed as both players as probable. Today at practice, both players were fully dressed out. Now for Bashal Tutin, he was very limited in what he was doing at practice. He was holding the pads on certain drills, wasn't really going through any of the drill work. But for Xavier Chaplin, he was working on the sled. He didn't go through the speed rush drill. Obviously, based off Coach Pry's word, both of these players are probable. Expect them to play this weekend. We'll see it in what capacity. Now, sticking with that point of the running back, with Bashal Tutin a little limited, it was Malachi Thomas stepping up as well as Jeremiah Coney on these drills. They sort of split some reps. I would give the nod to Malachi Thomas, but they were splitting who was starting the line on some of those running back drills. Now, touching on a couple more injuries on the offensive line as well, Laith Ganem, who was the starting left guard to start the year, who has been dinged up, he was back out there. It almost looked like he was back all the way full go. That is something that we'll keep an eye on. And also starting center Braylon Moore, while he was pushing on the sled and doing that drill work, when it came to speed rush, he was out and didn't participate. And that is definitely something we will keep an eye on ahead of this matchup, Braylon Moore's health status. Also, a couple other guys who popped at practice who are worth noticing. Defensive end Asen Stevens, who he's been popping at practice, showing signs of really just great overall improvement, and he showed it on the big field on Saturday as well. So that's a guy I wanted to highlight, as well as now at this point in the season with 4 games remaining, some true freshman guys that I think could contribute as early as this week. Keelan Adams, Josh Clark, Gabe Williams made a really nice play today. A couple of those guys, don't be surprised to see them start making an impact on special teams up in the Dome this weekend. So that's all for the Practice Peek this week ahead of the Syracuse game. Make sure to stay tuned into vtscoop.com. We've got a bunch of editorial content coming out from the high school recruiting ranks up to ahead of this game. We've got running a VIP 30% off promo for annual subscriptions. You don't want to miss it. But for now, I'm Kolby Crawford signing out from Blacksburg, Virginia with the Practice Peek. We'll see you next time.